Hello and welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Hannibal. And today we are going to make a classic Norwegian dinner called Fårikål. And if we translated that into English, we get sheep and cabbage. So, shall we get started? So here we can see the ingredients we are going to need today. We are going to need a lot of cabbage, a little bit of peppercorn. Really brings out a little bit of flavor, and a little bit of salt, lamb mutton, and a little bit of water, and a big casserole, which you can see in the background. Alright, we're going to start with the hardest part, and that is basically cutting the cabbage up into little boats. And how much should it weigh? How much cabbage should we use? We should use about the same amount of weight that we have mutton meat available. So if you have 1 kilo of mutton, you should have about 1 kilo of cabbage. So get a big pot. Take a little bit of mutton and put the fatty side down. Put a layer of cabbage on top of that. Then add a good amount of peppercorn. There we go. A little bit more. Add a little bit of salt. It doesn't matter what kind of salt you use, just regular table salt should do the trick. Then, this is optional, add a little bit of flour on top, which will make the sauce a little bit more thicker, a little bit more fuller, or the broth, whatever you like to call it. Definitely I prefer it this way, but I do think the majority of people don't, so it's a personal preference. Then just to repeat what we did earlier, put a new layer of mutton, cabbage, peppercorn, salt, and of course, if you so desire, you could use flour if you so like on top. Or you can skip it. All up to you. And then we pour a little bit of water on top. I used 1 liter, and I think the cabbage and the meat were about 1 kilo each. Then we're gonna put on the stove, and remember, it needs to be on low cooking, not too hot. Then put the kettle or the pot on the oven, put a lid on it, and make it cook for about 3 hours. So when it's about 20 minutes left, it should look something like this. And with all Norwegian dishes, we are gonna serve them with potatoes. And now we just sit and wait. If you are worried about if the meat is ready, when the bone loosens from the meat, it is done and ready to serve. Bon appetit!